Hello, welcome back to Sean O'Mac. Today I am joined by Elsie Gatsu.
Hello.
And we are...
Sorry I took a drink at the wrong time there.
That's alright. And today we are doing a tier list of all the black balls in Black Clover. There's too many characters to do on an actual tier list and I haven't caught up yet, so we're just going to do all the black balls. So, let's just go straight. We're not going to start with Asta because I feel like that's got to be like the final decision with Asta.
Yeah.
So let's start with Miss Charmy. Where do you think Charmy goes?
Here's the thing with Charmy, right? So, I like Charmy as a character. I'm a big waifu kind of person. So when we get to some of the other characters, you'll see that come out. With Charmy though, I don't really see her as like a waifu. I think she's just kind of like she's a really wholesome, funny character.
She's got a very cool ability as well. Like I like her magic.
Yes. Yeah. They're all. I mean, they're all pretty OP when it comes down to it. But like, she has some crazy abilities. At some point, obviously, I am going to attempt to not spoil you because I am a little bit.
Okay.
But, I'm thinking Charmy is probably somewhere around A.
I'd say like maybe not S, but like very high A.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right.
I can definitely get on board with that.
Let's go with that. So I'm going to stick Charmy in A tier for now. We're going to go... Is this Finral, the next one? It is Finral,
yes.
Isn't it? Because it's the next guy's name I can't remember. But we'll stick with Finral. He's the only one I'd probably say is like, in my opinion, one of the ones that would probably be lower down on the list.
Okay.
I think he's alright, but I'm not 100% sold on him. Like, he had a really good sort of like... I like the story with him during like the team battle sort of thing.
Yeah, is that the Royal Knight selection?
Yeah, the selection test. Like I thought he was really good in that. I think for me he'd probably be like sort of lower A maybe. What do you think?
See, I love Finral. I think he's probably one of my favourite battles. I was gonna say probably S for Finral. I think I really like the development of his character as well. From obviously the beginning, he's just a coward who's trying to, for lack of a better phrase, trying to get some pussy. And he goes from that, and you kind of learn about his backstory and how he's an ex-noble, and he's kind of he comes into his own with the Black Bulls, and as with a lot of them, kind of. What's the right phrase? Is inspired by Asta to do better.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you see the big change in him. So I would put him at S personally.
Okay.
But you hold all the power. So.
Okay. Well, I think I agree in terms of the character development's very solid for Finral. So for that, I think we'll stick him in S.
Okay. I think S is going to get very packed.
S is going to get packed. It's going to be like double S is going to be like the elite squad. What's the next guy's name? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Ghosh,
right, okay.
It's a weird name.
With his weird sister complex. He's...
I'm not a fan of the sister complex. I think Ghosh is one of the weaker... not weaker as in power, but weaker as in characteristics. I know he's quite popular. You know when you see the fan polls.
Oh yes, yeah.
I think he makes it into the top 10 quite often, but I don't see the appeal. I don't like the whole sister.
No, I don't really like that whole. The first time he was introduced, it felt really strange. Like reading his whole thing with his sister was just a bit like weird. I didn't really like it.
He is a big part of one of my favourite kind of arcs where where you're first introduced to Licht and where they're like stealing children.
Yes, okay, with the reflections.
I do really like that arc, but I think that's not really because of him.
Yeah.
I do like his power set though. I think his power sets are interesting. I'd probably put him around like B, like lower B.
I was gonna say B. I don't think he's that bad, but he's definitely the weaker one for me.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. He's in B for now.
Nice.
Right, next we've got Gordon, and I'm a bit biased because he looks like Marilyn Manson. I know that's what he's supposed to look like. I think he was one of my favourites when he was introduced because I just like that he's got that typical like emo sort of goth look, and everyone's sort of afraid of him, but he just wants friends. And I really, I really kind of like that.
There's a lot of really good like comedic moments, especially more in the anime adaptation, where it's just kind of him like whispering to himself, and they have to put subtitles on. And yeah, I do find him really funny. I do think that he hasn't had enough of a spotlight to kind of develop him a bit. He has really. Have you seen him use his powers properly yet?
Sort of, yeah. I've just got to a point where like I've actually seen him sort of fight for the first time.
Yes, yeah. You are at that point, aren't you? Yeah, that was the first moment where I was like, okay, Gordon's got something going on here. But I think as of where I'm at with him, simply because he is shoved to the background quite a lot, I'd probably put him around B. Higher, if I was ranking him, I'd put him higher than Ghost, but I don't think I could put him any more than B simply because I just haven't seen enough of him.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that, but I'm going to stick him in A just because I really like his design.
Fair enough.
I just really like his design. Right, next we've got Grey, who's an interesting character, but I'm not really sure what I can say much about her. I think similar to like Gordon, she's sort of not really done much yet for me, at least where I am.
Yeah, I think the shy girl kind of thing gets really old really quick. And her powers are one of the more boring of the group.
Yeah, they definitely seem like that at first. Like where I got to anyway, she got like to the point where her powers were sort of leveling up, and I could see how her powers could become very interesting. But at the moment, I agree with you in terms that it's not very. It's the least flashy, definitely, of all of the powers, I would say.
Exactly. I think she honestly is one of the few that could qualify for C.
I was going to say this is probably like looking at the rest of the list. I would say she is probably the only C tier really here.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Let's go ahead and stick it. See, there's not even really much to say about her, so we'll stick her in C.
Exactly. That's why he's in C.
Now, this guy I've not seen too much of, but from what I have seen, because he's just been introduced, is very cool. I think his name's Henry. Is that right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
I really like his power was sort of absolutely crazy, and like ties in with their story. But sort of this one's sort of up to you, really.
So soon. When you catch him, or you're going to see some really cool stuff from him. But I think obviously he is a newer character, all things considered. I like him and I like his power set. I think he hasn't got enough. As with like Gordon, he hasn't got enough of a spotlight to warrant putting him like super high. I'd probably put him at a B personally. Okay,
we'll stick him in B. I'm not really sure too much about him now. The next one's going to be tough for me because I absolutely love Luck. I really love him.
Then that's sorted. Love Luck. Luck is one of like top 3 for me probably.
I was going to say genuinely is one of my favourite members. I just love that he's like pure psychotic little bastard that just loves running into the battle.
Is it the Happy Berserker they call him or something like that?
Yeah, and it's just creepy to people.
Yeah, exactly, and I really like the aesthetic of his powers as well.
Yeah, like the gauntlets and the boots and stuff.
Exactly,
look really cool.
I think it looks awesome, and when you like see him zip around the battlefield, and that is so cool. I would not be opposed to putting him at SS.
Sweet.
Personally.
I was hoping you'd say that because Luck. Just the first time I saw when he like leveled up his powers, and he's got like this awesome like big like demonic looking lightning gauntlets. I was like, Luck is so cool. He just charges in. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Luck
good.
is a powerhouse.
Now another one I really like, but I don't like as much as Luck, is Magna. But I do think he's still cool.
I'm in total agreement there as well.
So what do you sort of think? Maybe like an S for Magna?
Like A? I was thinking probably S, yeah. I really like his relationship with Luck as well.
That rivalry.
Yeah, exactly. So And yeah, just Magna's cool, and I am a little bit biased because in the dub of the anime, he's voiced by Ian Sinclair, and I really like Ian Sinclair,
Okay.
so that adds to it. But yeah, I know I really like Magna, and I like his kind of punk.
Yeah, that like delinquent. Sort of
yeah, exactly.
Any like delinquent character, I sort of always like the design of them, like that lovely,
Yeah.
like the delinquent that sort of secretly wants, nice to people, but comes across very like aggressive.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, right, we'll stick him in S because I think he's very good. Now I'll see this come out now because I think I know where you're going to put Noel.
I feel like I don't even need to speak here. There is only one place for her, and if she doesn't go there, I will freeze.
So it's double S for Noel, I'm guessing.
Has to be double S
okay.
for Noel. Noel, not only is she a top waifu, she's just like awesome. I mean, she's like a tsundere, but also she's got super cool powers. She's got a lot of really good development. Some of the best moments come from where she kind of, unlocks a new level of her powers and can kind of stick it to her family. Like, haha, I'm actually sick, so screw you.
I feel that's a lot of Clover as well. Like, I love that there's such a constant like leveling up of people's powers that is visible as well. Like everyone seems to sort of get that boost together, which is always cool to see.
Yeah, well, I mean, it all comes from for me, it all comes from Yami telling everyone to go past their limits.
Yeah, always expecting like better of people, which
exactly
is cool. Now the next one I've not actually seen, so this is one that is for you to decide.
So I'm caught up with the physical releases, and I've barely seen her.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I think I know she's quite popular. From what I've seen, I'm not the biggest fan.
Right. Okay.
I don't hate her, but I mean, and from like a waifu perspective, she's kind of hot. But I'd say like high B, low A, probably.
High B, low A. Okay. I can't dispute, so I'm gonna we'll stick her in B, and hopefully my video doesn't get disliked, like en masse.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never appearing on this channel again.
You get blacklisted now.
Exactly.
The next one, though, I will agree with wherever you want to put her because I absolutely love Vanessa.
Okay, great. Here's the thing. I like Vanessa for a lot of reasons, two of which are very plain to see.
Yeah.
But also, I really like her power set and the development she gets in the Witch Forest arc.
Yes, yeah, her like Strings of Fate thing is awesome.
Yeah, and it makes her really OP as well. If you really think about it, she comes to have the ability to manipulate fate itself. Like
which is absurdly overpowered.
Exactly. I think she can come off a little one note sometimes.
Yeah.
This is me trying to be as critical as possible because I'd love to put her at double S, but I don't want to.
No, I'd say the reason I can't put her as well is because sometimes, like, similar how you said with Grey, the Shy Girl act becomes a little bit like boring. Is that I find the same sometimes when she's just constantly drinking. Like, I'd love to see like a sort of different side to the character sometimes, but it's always when they're like hanging out. That's always the sort of like comedic note they go for, which can like get a bit like samey.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's why. But she is still great.
Yeah.
She's still
so
great.
We're going to stick her in S.
Yeah.
And then, what can we say about Yami?
I don't think there's any question here. No.
Big beefy samurai boy that shoots darkness blades and is just basically like the father of the team. Like.
Yeah, Yami is awesome in like all senses of the word. Like, yeah. He's the fan favorite for a reason.
Yeah, there is a reason. I absolutely love Yami. He's like immediately the second he's introduced, it's very cool. He's always got a lot of comedic notes.
Yeah, some of the funniest moments come from Yami as well. There was one point in the Royal Knights. I
knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, where is it Seke? I think the guy.
Yeah.
He gets teleported into the bathroom with him. Finral basically uses Yami as a weapon, and I found that so funny.
Yeah. It's just, who are you? He's like, I'm in here trying to go to the toilet, and you've just appeared.
Yeah. And I don't know what's up with his bowels, but he's always shitting.
Whenever someone turns up, he's just always on the toilet. Yeah.
Exactly.
And now we've got, I can't remember his name. It's Zora, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I really like him. I liked his design, and when he turns up, he's sort of a bit of. I always like these characters where you can see the development of them slowly, sort of becoming a bit more, I guess, sociable.
Yeah. Where they kind of open up to the people around them. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because of Asta.
Yeah, it seems to be Asta for a lot of people.
I guess being the protag.
Yeah, I do really like the design. I think he looks more like a villain.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Which I really like for good characters.
Yeah, and I think, although I think his power set is a bit dull, it's used in like quite creative ways.
Yeah.
And I do like the relationship that forms between him and Asta that you would have only just started to see. I think. But overall, he does fade into the background a little bit for me.
I think so. Yeah.
I think purely for design and like the creativity with his powers and everything, I'd probably put him at 8, but I couldn't put him any higher personally.
No, I feel the same way. And like I said, I've not really seen much more of him since the like selection test. Other than really liking his like design and his personality so far, but I'm gonna stick him in A as well because I think it's probably where he stays for now, really. And then lastly, we're not going to do the weird hooded character because I don't know who the fuck that is. So we're going to go straight to Asta. Now, Asta, there's a lot we could say about Asta.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say.
I feel like it depends, like... Oh, sorry to cut you off. I feel like it depends, like, a lot on if you've, like, for some people, whether you've read the manga or watched the anime. I feel like people have different opinions.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of positives, but also quite a few negatives as well.
Yeah.
When it comes to the thing that's commonly brought up, the constant screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool that he's enthusiastic, but like,
it's a bit over the top sometimes. Yeah, I mean, even reading the series, sometimes you feel it. Like, there's so many panels where it's just him pulling a crazy face, and it's just so many capital letters on the screen. It is a little bit much sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And he does kind of like he has like a cheat power as well. The fact that he has anti-mode, although it's super cool, but it also means I trump everything.
I think it's cool to like see, not necessarily Asta, but like in terms of story, it's cool to see the like effects of how's the author going to make something that actually has a challenge to Asta more than anything. It's like it's got to be something that he can't just go nope and cut in half.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do like his power. I love that he's like, obviously being the main character, he's like a big inspiration for the other characters and levels all of them up with him. That being said, because of the little like takeaways of him being a little fucking noisy at the beginning, I'd probably say I couldn't put him higher, like in the SS, just like put him in S.
See, I was thinking, I don't know. I'm a bit conflicted because I wouldn't be entirely against putting him in S. I was thinking like a high A.
Oh wow, okay.
But I think that's me being kind of... Obviously, I've seen the anime as well.
Right, okay.
And I think that's kind of... Because he does develop into a cool character. Yeah, I'm going to agree with S. Just because of the pure, like, determination that he always shows, and, you know, how he's super buff and looks super weird because he's really small, but small but
like really wide.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like. Yeah, I think he's probably one of my favourite shonen protagonists right now, to be honest, because he's so like motivational and inspirational. Like, I don't know, there's just something about his character that is really like nice to see, that he just doesn't quit despite the circumstances. He's
like a very inspiring character to the characters around him, and like when you're reading it as well, it kind of, you know, he radiates energy, and you can feel that.
Yeah. So for that, I think definitely going to stick him in S. So there we go. That is the whole list. Ranking at the top in no particular order. We've got in the double S, Luck, Noel, and Yami. S, we've got Finro, Magna, Vanessa, and Asta. A with Charmy, Gordon, and Zora. B with Gulsh, Henry, and I think her name is like Sekri, or something like that.
Yeah, Sekre. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's spelt weird.
And then C is poor little Grey, all on her own in C because she's okay, but you know. But that's the whole list.
We don't hate any of the characters.
That's the problem. It's very hard to like put them in those. Like that's why I had to change the list because I was like, there's none of these that I would put that far down, and there's not enough sections for it to be like. I don't think these characters are A. They've got to be higher than that, but then they can't all go in S. They've got to go higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a difficult one because I think they're all like really good characters. It's just I can't just put them all in at the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the list. Let me know in the comments what your favourite characters in the Black Balls are, and if your list would be somewhat similar. Maybe the waifus would all be at SS, but you know, who knows. But anyway, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks to LC Gatsu for joining me as well. You can check out his channel I'll put some links down in the description below. And then the next video we do will likely be on his channel, so check him out as well. Give him a subscribe, all that stuff, and subscribe to this channel and like it too, and all that stuff. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.